the bigger you get, you gotta move solo. Make sure you don't f nobody, and this is how you gonna end up looking right here.
Before Jay would become one of the hottest new acts out of Louisiana, dropping tracks like Elimination, Made the List, and Slidin Freestyle, which now has over 7 million views on YouTube. Before he would garner close to 100K followers on Twitter, over 200K subscribers on YouTube, and close to 1 million followers on Instagram at the time of this recording. JayDaYoungan had a quick rise to fame, starting to rap only 2 years ago after dropping out of high school. It seems like every song he drops online becomes a viral hit, but I have a feeling he's only getting warmed up. He told Hypebeast.com that to him, making music is to tell your story and your experiences. And I'm here today to help tell his story. Good morning, afternoon, or evening, depending on when you're watching this. My name is Jeremy Hecht, aka The New Guy. And today I'll be taking you through the life and career of JayDaYoungan here on Before They Were Famous. I've covered other up-and-coming artists like YNW Melly and Comethazine, so be sure to check those out after you finish watching this video. Also, let me know how I'm doing or if there's anything I can improve. I really take this seriously, and I want to provide you all with the best possible product, so I read all the comments. Last time, someone said in the comments that, you know, my tone was good, but I sounded a little bit too much like I was reporting for CNN and needed to show a bit more excitement. So I'm excited. I'm excited for this video, and without further ado, without any more talking from me, let's get into it.
Hey, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell. Boom!
I mean, I feel like it's really important for me to keep hitting my fans with music. That's really one of the main things you gotta do when you're an artist. You just gotta stay consistent, stay with new music out, stay doing new things.
JayDaYoungan was born Javarius Scott on July 15th, 1998 in Bogalusa, Louisiana. He says the town is 40 minutes to an hour outside of Baton Rouge, depending on how fast you're driving, and the town has a population of less than 12,000 people. I always tell people I'm from a small city coming from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, but we have almost 1 million people. This dude probably knew everyone in the town. He says that in a small city like that, you have to find what you want to do and go after it without worrying about what people think of you. His mother was in the army, so he stayed with his grandma when she was stationed in another state, and his father was in prison for much of his time growing up. The two have since become a lot closer once he was released.
I never got the chance to hey dad, let me hit my dad up. We finna hit the mall, we finna, hey pops, you know, we about to, yeah. I ain't never have like that.
His stepfather was a good influence on him though and provided guidance for a young Jay. He has 2 brothers and 1 sister on his mom's side, and says on his dad's side, the number of siblings are uncountable. His mom was strict, but always made sure that he was staying on the right page.
She used to always tell me like I'm going down a path of destruction, you know.
Originally, he had dreams of going to the NBA while watching his role model Rajon Rondo ball out. Then, reality hit hard when he wasn't able to continue playing ball in high school because of low grades and trouble outside of the classroom. But that's when he found a new love in the form of rapping. He had rapped growing up for fun, but never really took it seriously. He remembers freestyling with friend and fellow artist FG Famous. The two would just put on beats and go back and forth on tracks for hours. The two grew up together with their grandmothers being really close and have known each other since they were both kids going through school together throughout their lives. One day, after encouragement from his boys, he dropped his first official track and his friends loved it. The first song he ever dropped on YouTube was in 11th grade, and in its first day it got 1,000 views. He says that was a huge moment for him, and I can understand because that's around 1/12 of his entire city's population. One day he even performed at a school pep rally and turned up the entire high school.
I got out there, it was in the gym, got out there on the court, performed, turned that bitch up.
He did a couple of performances before that though, opening for other artists for free to help promote his music. He actually performed at a few clubs before he was 18, which is impressive that he got in. Jay said he cheated his way through tests in school, and he was getting by, but in his senior year, he stopped focusing on school altogether, skipping class, and when he did go to school, he wasn't really focused on learning much. He was forced to drop out in the 12th grade. His mom was hurt when he dropped out, but he says one day he's gonna go back and definitely get his diploma. At first, his mom didn't even know he was rapping, but one day, she saw his music video through social media. She actually liked his music, but just hated his image, and I can see why.
I probably jumped in the streets deeper, probably around the age 14.
But Jay says an image rebrand is coming in time and he's already in the process of doing so. He even told DJ Smalls that if he was giving advice to his younger self, he would say,
I'll be on me hard about my image because I got a lot of younger people looking at me. That's what I don't realize sometimes. I tell myself, you need to change it up. You need to change this up right here, make it look better. You know, it ain't about what you do, it's about how you do it.
When he first started rapping, it was just for him and his friends. He didn't think it was gonna be seen by that many people. But eventually, his songs started to catch some traction online. He released video after video and the views kept stacking up. His first tape was called Young Animal, or Young Animal, like Jay the Young, I get it, it was cool. Came out in 2016. Jay's sound started off with a true Southern feel, rapping strong bars with a gritty take on life. But it's progressed into a more melodic sound that takes the harsh realities of growing up with nothing and puts into perspective how growing into success has changed his life and has changed the people around him. He told XXL, I want to learn how to sing. I'm going to take singing lessons and I might be an R&B singer by next year for real. He then released Roughway in 2017, but it was the mixtape The Real Jumpman 23 that gave him a whole new level of notice. The mixtape included the song Slidin Freestyle, which has amassed over 7 million views. The video was released by videographer David G on his YouTube page, along with some of Jay's other music videos, and each has hit over 1 million views. David has some subscribers, but that doesn't mean all of the videos on his channel will blow up, because a lot of people have posted on his channel and have not gotten 1 million views.
When you think of Michael, you think of greatness. When I think of myself, I think of greatness.
I don't like to hear anything or anybody talking. I just like to think. I just think about the past. That's what people want to hear. They want to hear what they couldn't see. Honestly, that's pretty profound. Another massive song off The Real Jumpman was Muddy Situation. The tape has over 7 million hits on my mixtapes, and the song now has almost 3 million plays on the site.
When I was making it, I knew from the jump like this was gonna be that song when I heard the beat. And I was vibing to the hook, putting the words in place. I just felt the vibe to it.
He told Fader, sometimes I'll be shedding tears writing a song. It gets that deep, and then I let it come out.
The industry f***ed up. They ain't listening to what the artist gotta say. They ain't listening for the message. They just listening for the vibe. That shit don't be about nothing. That's why all them hot ass artists weird as f***.
Then he released the projects Wake Up, the Taking Off EP, and 23, gaining more online notice with each tape. And somewhere along his come up, his music was heard by the right people because he signed a deal with Cinematic Music Group.
Yeah, I pressed the button. I kept coming back to back with videos. I dropped mixtape after mixtape, and I kept working.
The most viewed song on his YouTube page is the audio-only version of Elimination off of 23. He says he originally took the beat off of YouTube, but after he put it out, the original producer reached out and told Jay, hey, give me some credit, man.
There's no problem, no. I could do that ASAP.
Musically, he was influenced by other Louisiana hip-hop artists like Lil Wayne, Kevin Gates, and Boosie. Boosie reached out to Jay and told him he wanted him to come perform at one of his birthday parties. He didn't end up performing at the party, but the two became cool and even did a song together, which Jay recorded at Boosie's house. He says he used to write his flows down, but now when he goes into the booth, he just vibes out and freestyles most of his stuff. He was also heavily influenced by Chi-Town's Chief Keef, the legend, and says that he's one of his biggest fans. Jay says he wants to keep his circle small though, and after realizing how many snakes are in the industry and how fake things are, he really doesn't mess with that many people.
I don't really want to work with nobody right now, really. Just link with Chief Sosa and we on that glow, man. As soon as we link up.
He also went viral on Twitter from a video with the caption, "Seeing this homeless man when I was shooting my video on the bridge, he told me he was hungry, I let him get in the video, and bought him some to eat. Positive energy only." As for the future, he says he wants to sell records. I want to be #1 on the charts. When I drop my album, I want to be everyone's favorite artist. And I don't think that day is too far away. But as for the rest of the story, well, you know it because this is before they were famous. I'm Jeremy Hecht, and as always, let me know in the comments down below who we should cover next for this channel. Follow me on Insta at Jeremy_Hecht. Subscribe to this channel for more, turn your notifications on, dream good, live better, and I hope you have one hecht of a day.